Hey there, creatives. Today I'm going to be speaking with a software developer. I know usually we speak with lots of amazing therapists from all over. Today we're switching it up a little bit to talk about tools that can help you in your business. And I'll be speaking, well, you'll hear a conversation between myself and Ihor Bauman, who's the founder and CEO of a software program called Workee. And we're going to be talking all about that and plus some thoughts about where things are trending in terms of online businesses and why it's really important for us as therapists to be establishing ourselves online and, you know, if you're working with younger and younger populations, you realize that, they actually don't want to make a phone call to your office. They want to book directly online. They don't want to talk to anybody. They want to text it. They want that ease of access. And so by setting up an online platform that kind of captures all that information, it really allows your clients to access you in the way that they want to access you, and it also allows you to serve them better. And he's going to talk a little bit about that too, of just the importance and value of really soliciting customer feedback to figure out what's working in your systems of how your and your approaches to serving so that you can adapt and really, focus the way you're working so that it meets your clients' pain points and helps solve them. So this is season 2, episode 9. And without further ado, let's take a listen.
The Creative Psychotherapist is the official podcast of the Creative Clinicians Corner, a practice building resource for creative psychotherapists. TCP Podcast is the cast for creative, expressive, and experiential focused psychotherapists curious to learn how to design, build, and scale a thriving private practice. Your host, Raina Lombardi, interviews successful therapists about the tools and strategies they have used to develop creative, focused practices. They also talk about the products, services, and side hustles they have developed using their knowledge and creativity to enhance their therapy practices, make a greater impact in their communities, and diversify their income streams. Welcome. Now here's your host, Raina Lombardi.
Thanks for listening to the Creative Psychotherapist podcast. I'm your host, Raina Lombardi, and I am excited to welcome my next guest. His name is Ihor Bauman, and he is the founder and CEO at Workee. He is a Forbes Business Council member as well, and he has about 10 years of experience building and growing products worldwide. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about Workee, the software that he's developed, and how it could potentially help therapists. Welcome, Ihor. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, hello. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here, and I'll do my best to provide as much as I can of value to you and your audience. So, thanks for having me, and good daytime to you.
Thank you. I'm excited to have you. And usually I talk to therapists, so it's nice to speak with somebody who's developing tools that we can
Uh-huh.
use to better serve our clients.
hmm
Let's start there. What made you decide to go into developing um, a software platform that is kind of all in one? Maybe we'll start by describing what Workey is, what it can
hmm
do, and how it started.
Yeah, good question. So with Worky, yeah, we have pretty long story, and the thing is that this story, like what makes us different from the market right now, is that we are personally related to the story, and myself, I'm personally related to the story of Worky. Before start, like what's Worky is? So
Mhm,
Worky is kind of this powerful toolkit that helps professionals to start and grow their online business. We
mhm,
helping you to create your personal website Based on our technology, it's being created automatically in less than 1 minute. The fully personal website. You do not need to know how to code. We just like doing everything for you. Your personal website has built-in booking, scheduling, and payments. So you can get booked from your clients directly without any fees from Workee side. At the same time, we made it very easy for you to manage your clients, to track your progress, to manage your work. We do have work management, and we also do have the finances and accounting in Workee. So Workee is kind of this intelligent software tool that helps you to autopilot your relations with clients and to autopilot your back office in one single place.
I love that.
Story about Workee started from my mom in 2020. It was pandemic. It was start of the COVID thing, right? And my mom at the time was working as a therapy health expert in one small private hospital in Ukraine. And when the pandemic happened, the hospital was not ready to operate during COVID because of restrictions. Yeah, it was pretty hard,
Oh,
and the government just shut it down. And my mom, as a result, lost a job during that not easy time. For myself, it was pretty easy to start working online because I've been in tech already as a product manager, and I've been working with teams that are overseas, right? And for me, it was the same online collaboration, but like from home, mostly not from the office. However, during that year, by the way, almost 400 million of people worldwide lost their jobs because of the COVID.
wow.
And one of that person was my mom. Yeah, and when the hospital was closed, my mom having most of clients for appointments because for therapy it's maybe your treatment plan, it's observations and consultations with you, etc. It was pretty hard because it's not only about video calls, as
Mhm.
you already know it by yourself, right? In most cases, I try to help my mom with the setting of Zoom or maybe Google Meet, but she told me, okay, I'm ready with the Skype, but I have no idea how can I get booked from my clients for available time slot, how my clients can pay to me for my time, because at the end of the day, it's not only your time, it's your products, right?
Mhm.
Because you are selling your products and it could be multiple of options for your products. So the question is obviously how to get paid for your
Mhm.
products, how you can manage your clients, how to you can manage your work and taxing, and how you can create personal website, because a lot of people are dreaming about having something personal, right? Obviously, when your user base is growing, you want to have your personal name in the network, right? To have some one thing, not social media, but one thing where people can reach you for different social media and maybe order some services from you. And yeah, even when on the market there are dozens of things, but it's still like takes you maybe half a day, maybe days, or maybe even hiring some freelancers to help you set up it. So we created Workee as a result of that pay on the market for those professionals. We created Workee as a thing that already has everything needed for running consultations, appointments, meetings from one single place with everything automated for you. So at the end of the day, you're saving up to 5-10 hours per week with Workee. As a result, this is like your potential money that you can make on your products, because this is just time that being stolen from you from other softwares that you have to manage to work online. And we just helping our users to use that opportunity to be more productive, to make more money, and to make more successful relations with their clients.
Mm. No, I love that. I love that you're thinking about, people's pain points to entry too.
Yeah.
Building a website is mind-boggling for somebody that they're in the business of, relationships with their clients and they don't really know much about online stuff. They can search the web.
Mhm.
They know how to get on a website, but to build a
Yeah.
website, that's that's hard. It can be hard. So to have something where it's already made and you just have to customize a little bit of information and it can be ready like that, um, that's definitely a great selling feature.
Yeah,
Now,
indeed.
for us as therapists, one of the questions that often will come up is the product secure and
Hmm.
safe, for us to do video?
Hmm. Yeah. Here it's kind of the good thing about the current market. It's that there is a government that already understand how to regulate it, and there are like multiple compliance you have to follow to be able to exist at all. Because maybe if you're talking about the business, how it was maybe 10 or 15 years ago, in 5 years ago, it
Mhm,
was so not developed and a lot of
mhm,
scam was there and it was really not secured. Right now, the video calls that, for example, we providing for our users that are already built in, like Zoom, Google Meet, or our Workee video calls, they are going from providers that are 100% compliant with the current law. And you definitely we are HIPAA compliant in terms of the video security systems and we are in terms of the encryption of our users' data. So definitely that's the things that we put it in working from the first day just to be able to be live on the market.
wow, that's awesome. Um, what do you think is a standout feature that small business owners that are working online
Mhm.
might not think about, but Workee has provided to help them run their business more
Mhm.
effectively, like some of those back office tools that you were talking about?
Yeah, what a good question. So regarding this one, it's with the current market and with the current conditions, it's probably not about their features. It's probably about the approach, right?
Mm,
Because you can build like thousands of features, and there are products in the market that exist that just provides you with thousand features, and at the end of the day you're just sitting during the laptop and just uh, saying, oh my god, why I have this? I just want to work, I just want to use it for what they described me, right? I don't want to sit up and spend the whole day just picking the different things. So
mhm,
answering on your question, it's about the approach that we do have that definitely combined with different feature set. So the things that we already realized with work is that people want to see value. And as
mhm,
sooner as you give a value to your users, as sooner they will got this value. And we are calling it aha moment, right? When
mm,
people see, aha, this is how it works. And after that, people starting to use you. So with Workee, our aha moment is related to the main core things that are being used by our audiences. It's you creating a personal website that already has your schedule. So this first aha moment. So you just sign up. We already generated your content about your website that you can definitely modify as a next step, but we already did kind of half of work for you. So just pick up your photo, pick up your domain name, and your website is up and running. You already have schedule built in that goes together with the payments. So you do not need to think about the payments.
mhm,
So it's the combination of the things. And about the automation. So we built a lot of automation, and I'm excited about how much great automation are coming to Workee. So right now, when people are booking you, we are automatically create your clients in the Workee system, just taking this rush out of you. Sending invoices and generating of invoices are already automated with Workee. So this is not the things you should care about. Tracking your relations, having the smart dashboards, and managing your time is already in Workee. So with Workee, we just help you to make sure you are tracking your relations with clients. We, from our side, we automating all them traction, all them in terms of creation and management. We helping you to automate your financial flows, like automatically generate invoice and make sure it is paid. And we also did a lot of work in terms of work management. You can track time to Workee, will automatically show you all the time you spend for some particular job. You can simply share files with your clients with Workee, will automatically generate the description for those files for your clients, just to take more from your plate, to make it easy for you. So, for me, as a founder, it's I'm right now describing what things we have, but I already know what things are coming. So I'm
Oh,
more excited about things that are coming to Workee, and we do have a lot of plans for more customization. We'll have more of new templates for your websites that you can choose simply. We'll have more automated workflows and booking rules that you will be able to utilize and be more happier and more feeling more freedom from using the software, right? So yeah, it's answering your question, it's about the approach and
mm-hmm,
about the understanding the workflows, because unfortunately on the market not much companies do understand why they're building their products. Why I'm not talking about the revenues, why I'm talking about the value, and
mm-hmm.
why I'm talking about what, as a result, what it will solve for your users.
Right. There,
Yeah,
it's the
and
pain point,
yeah,
understanding your customer.
definitely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So with this one, I'm happy to confirm that source for our features right now is 100% of our users. We do like just separate flow that are related to our user interviews, all the communications, all the onboardings. By the way, I'm also running onboardings to Workee for our clients by myself as well. So I'm talking much for our users. We do have communities as well, where we can take all their insights, and yeah, some features we will build from the scratch, and some
Mm-hmm.
features that are already on the market will be built from the scratch with different approach that is powered by our users today.
I like
Yeah.
that. I like that. So you're really listening to your users and getting their feedback in order to understand how you're going to enhance what you're offering. I I know there's a lot of products out there which are wonderful and they're very robust, but as
Yeah.
you were saying, the robustness contributes to getting overwhelmed because now you have to fuss around setting everything up where it sounds like you have a very intentional design to give people exactly what they need without a lot of extra because they don't need it because it's designed to flow and work seamlessly throughout, which
Yeah.
is cool.
Yeah, with you on this, yeah, and you're never perfect. Nothing is perfect too much, right? So
No.
it's only the way. So it's about the journey, right? And
Hmm.
I'm really happy that we were lucky to find that users that we can talk to, that can share the feedback, because for every company, always feedback from their users is a gift, because this is the only
Mm.
one thing that helps you to navigate within this ocean of ideas, because there are
Yeah.
like always a lot of ideas, but ideas cost nothing, just the realization costs something. Yeah, and to make sure what will fit and make sure what will really help, it's like more important than the ideas.
Yeah, I hear you there. That seems to be um very important in all industries, not just
Yeah,
in
it's
your
about
industry, right?
yeah, it's about
Yeah.
the approach to software development. Yeah,
Hmm.
so it's about the approach to to develop and to deliver things that will be used, right? Not
Hmm.
just for ticks.
Where do you think we're going in terms of this type of business that's
Uh-huh.
concierge business that's operating online, as an individual? Every individual is kind of can have their own thing.
Hmm.
W- Where is that going, do you think, in the
Hmm.
business marketplace?
Yeah, I can talk about this much as well, because it's about us as a company to follow them tomorrow, right? because most crisis companies that right now, as big companies like Google, Meta, Amazon, etc., they are building things for 5-10 years in advance, just to compete. Right. So about the market itself right now, you probably know about the AI thing that
Hmm.
is currently everyone is talking about, right? The AI thing that could generate the content, the images, that could maybe do some basic work. So these are the step number two, because the step number one was pandemic, actually, that moved people to work online and move them to contribute somehow, to contribute the creative and individual things. And there, yeah, I think, in my opinion, is step number two, that went together with all that layoff wave that everyone seen last year, right? 2022. A lot of companies did like thousands of layoffs in a couple of hours, and a lot of people from those who've been in that wave, they are starting to uh, maybe reevaluate the things and try to make things that they love and that they can also make money on, so to deliver. So the point is going here that people will continue to lose the jobs, unfortunately, and the AI thing will just facilitate this, because a lot of like not quality jobs will be removed because of AI that can do some basic jobs, and only people that can deliver the individual things,
Hmm.
the creative things, and things that it's hard to repeat, will be the next leaders, will be the next independent people that can be on this market. According to Forbes, almost 50% of the workforce globally will be freelance work in 2025, just in 2 years from now. So you can just imagine what the transition might come here, right?
Wow.
So
That's
yeah.
huge.
Mm-hmm. And right now, for example, it's already happening right now, because everyone knows Google as a company, because according to the statistics that I have, 57% of all workforce in Google are freelancers, and only 43% are employees in the Google. This is from what I know, right? And
Wow.
as you can see, it's already this transition, and the COVID was this one thing that helped people to start working from the homes, right? And
Mm.
people pushing them to back to office, companies that pushing them to back to office, and people are not really happy with that, right? Because they can do yoga, they can do running, they can spend more time with their kids, and this is the freedom that people actually like, right?
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
this is the freedoms that people actually want to save for them, for their families, for their hobbies. And if the company is not ready to build the things for tomorrow, then employees will build the things for tomorrow for themselves independently. And this is the freelancing, this is the creative economy thing, this is the gig economy, this is the work you actually do, the therapy with having your clients online, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
we are already in charge. You and me today are already in charge of this move. Just the thing is that not much people are realizing this, because things are not happening like in a day, right?
Hmm.
Things are
Hmm.
happening in years. You can already think. Can you imagine the same talk that we are having today 10 years ago? I can't.
Absolutely not. It
Yes,
would
you
not
see?
have happened for
Yeah.
sure. I was thinking about that too. 10 years ago, I was talking with people about doing therapy type work online, and the majority of people that I talked to in my industry were like, "Oh no, that's terrible. You can't do that." There was so much fear around it. And like absolutely not. That's not going to
Yeah.
happen. But like what you're saying, COVID forced our field to make adjustments, even legal adjustments. The laws that pertain to therapy that govern our practice had to be changed and adapted
Hmm.
to accommodate all of the online stuff, because before it was written in, it was prohibited. That was how like anti people were about offering video facilitated therapy appointments and things. And so, yeah, this conversation would not have happened 10 years ago.
Yeah, and yeah, that's true. Absolutely agree. And the thing is that things life is happening, right?
It's moving
Life
quickly.
it's moving quickly, and I can just assume what may our conversation look like in 5 years. Hopefully I'll be still doing interviews, and hopefully real people will ask me questions. I really believe in this. Yeah, because this is the way we love and enjoying it, and this is the way that we can
Yeah.
like open the things. Yeah, but yeah, so yeah, maybe some small interesting fact I always remember. Maybe 2 years ago, we've been in some small incubation program as a
Hmm.
startup, and one of our mentors was C management from one big CRM client management relations
Hmm.
company. And we were thinking about the competition, etc., etc. And she asked us, how do you think who are our competitors? And we were thinking from the top of our heads about other CRM systems on the market that we know, etc. And she said, no, our main competitor right now is pen and paper, right? Because a lot of people are not digital. It was like, yeah, it was 2 years
Oh,
ago, so a lot of
wow.
things already changed. But everyone, yeah, for example, for businesses, everyone know about AWS or cloud infrastructure, right? Cloud storages.
Hmm.
But as far as I know, only 20% of companies moved to cloud as of today. And
Sure.
yeah, and cloud already exists since 2005, and so it's
Right.
already 18 years, and it's still the market's super huge. So yeah, a lot of things are happening around, and sorry for maybe having another angle in our conversation. Yeah, because like for me, I've been working with as management consulting guy for a couple of years, yeah, and I really passionate about the figures and all that things that
Yeah.
are at the end of the day related. So
Yeah.
yeah, transition is here. So maybe the one thing about our conversation and value for your audience is think about what do you like.
Hmm.
First of all, yeah, it's a simple advice. Second advice, think how you can tell about what you like to your to crowd, to other people, right?
Hmm.
Maybe share, maybe teach, or maybe produce something, right? Something unique. It have to be unique, and then think about how you can monetize this. And if you
Mm.
need to have this automated, you can use Workee. So.
Well, I know that like for the most part, our listenership is based of, therapists, and a lot of therapists are coaches or consultants. But I did see that you have it set up so that Workee can really work for a lot of people that are trying to have online businesses,
Mhm,
from like being a tutor or
mhm,
maybe, a private teacher.
mhm,
There's so many options, and I think the best part of it is that the gateway to entry doesn't cost you anything except the time to set it up.
mhm,
Which, on average, how much time would it take for somebody to set up the Workey system if they're
mhm.
just kind of coming to a digital software platform like that? They're transitioning from pen and paper and they're going into the online.
Yeah, so from what we see, because we running our interviews, right, and we running the all the tests with our software. So to have your personal website with Workee up and running, it's less than 1 minute. It's like 1 minute. To have your schedules, time slots, and everything set up for your individual things is up to 5 minutes. So relatively, you can build and you can play with Workee to feel all the features. It'll take you up to half an hour, maybe up to 1 hour. So it's just things that most of people spending more time in social media, right? Or having the coffee to be made. So, and you can just trade the time for having the business
Yeah.
having the personal website that you are dreaming about with
Yeah.
Workee.
It sounds very intuitive.
Yeah.
Intuitive design certainly helps speed up the process of reducing frustration of figuring it out. It's nice to have robust features, but it's frustrating when you don't consider yourself a tech person to have to figure it out and troubleshoot
Hmm.
and watch all those videos, right?
Yeah.
If somebody did get stuck and they had a problem, do you offer customer service to assist or troubleshoot?
Hmm. Yes, so with Workee, definitely our product is made to be very intuitive, right? And to be simple and easy to use. However, we are definitely, when you're building the product, you definitely have much things you can talk to your users and insights as well, because you already see what your use cases are successful, what use cases are not so successful, and you already, we as a team and as our customer success team, we already see like what could be work just better for you, right?
Mm.
So in this case, we do have we developed like simple onboarding that consists from 7 steps. So just completing 7 simple steps, make sure that you have your business fully completed and up and running. So we do have this with a simple explanation, maybe short videos. We also offer the individual onboarding session for our users.
Mm.
And according to our statistics, top 10% of the most active and the most successful of our users, they actually taking the onboarding session. So you can just simply schedule that call with me or with our team within Workee once you sign up. And yeah, we are also doing the interviews with our users. So we have our blog where different users from different verticals sharing their experience about their work, their maybe successful tips, or maybe their experience using some softwares, including Workee as well. So in terms of this one, we just want, because there are like no equal people, right? Everyone is
Yeah.
individual,
And their
and
businesses are too.
yeah, definitely. And that is why someone is better taking the information from the written, from maybe from the verbal sources. So this is the same for user experience. Someone can just get it, and someone just will want to know a bit more curious. So there are different use cases, and as a company, we definitely want to be good for as more people as we can, because it's also the way for us to survive and to compete.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I know in using a bunch of different software programs over the years, sometimes they'll have like a feature where users can send in suggestions or
Mhm.
saying, like, hey, I really
Yeah.
want this. Do you offer that?
Definitely. Yeah, we
Yeah.
have this live ring button in the bottom right corner, and you can even capture the video or make a screenshot and share it directly with our team. So, and by the way, out of 10 um, emails we are getting, maybe even almost half of our emails are coming with this feature, with people, with things that people do propose and do have feedbacks on. And this is a great source for us to build next things, next features, next use cases, because it's like source for us. It's confirmation from for us what should we do as well.
That's awesome. And the other thing that I was curious about is like sometimes different products now will set up like a community.
Yeah.
So, like a user community where people can share how they're using the software in a certain way or like asking questions and things like that. I'm wondering,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, good question. So yeah, we do have a community. We do have Facebook and Instagram followers. So in most cases, we are getting comments on our features as a result. However, yeah, this is the thing that we should hack as well in the nearest time to build the communities that we actually need to build some internal chat, I guess, or maybe some internal space for our people to communicate, because yeah, the thing is that we right now working nationwide, and the US is our target market. A lot of people are
Gotcha.
from the US, I guess 95%, and for them, but they're still from different states, right?
Hmm.
And it's hard to do something offline. I guess yet for us, because we are not super big company, and we are just growing and
Sure.
growing our users. So someday I hope it will be offline communities as well. But yeah, we're also learning. We also do mistakes as a lot of companies. The thing is that I am proud of that we can say where we are not right, and we can say that okay, it was our mistake, and okay, we know how to avoid it, and we know how to do it better. So with the
Yeah.
community, this is the thing that we know how to do it better, and we are not perfect in. Yes, only one thing I guess I can confirm that we definitely working on making things better every day.
Hmm. I can just hear the overarching theme from our conversation that you think from a learning perspective that every opportunity and interaction that you have
Mm-hmm.
with your customers an opportunity to learn how to improve your product, and that if there is a glitch, which there's going to be in tech, I don't think that there's ever going to be a tech
Mm-hmm.
experience where there's not something, that
Yeah.
goes awry, but that's really important to your company's culture to listen and
Mm-hmm.
and get that feedback so that you
Yeah.
can improve the product, which is wonderful.
Thank you.
Um,
Yeah, this is way just it really helped. When I first time came to the US with Workee, for first 2 months I was almost doing nothing except of talking to our users offline and online.
oh,
Uh,
wow.
yeah, just to understand what's next, because we had like ocean of things and ideas, but it's really hard to navigate to understand what is really important. So yeah, we did great start, and so far this is the things that we doing on daily basis, talking to our users on daily basis, with customer success, with user feedbacks, with our onboarding sessions, with all the emails on daily basis. Yeah, and I hope it will be also things that other companies can focus more, instead of just spending budgets and energy on things that
Right.
unfortunately are never been used by users.
Right. That's such a good point. I wonder how many features are never used on some other platforms. They're just like funky and don't actually
Yeah.
function in an effective way. Um, for listeners that they've been hesitant to
Mm-hmm.
transition from
Mm-hmm.
paper pencil
Yeah.
to really using a digital software platform to manage their business and grow their business and offer their business to clients,
Mm-hmm.
what advice would you give them to kind of help them with that transition? Because based on what we talked about earlier, it's really a necessity. If we're going to be offering a business, it needs to have that visual presence in order
Mm-hmm.
to keep up with the marketplace. If 50% of the marketplace in whatever industry that you're in is going to be, independent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a great question, and we've been talking recently, actually, this week with one guy, and he's running great YouTube channels for private teachers and English learners. And he did great point about having your voice. So
Mm.
you definitely have to have your style.
Mhm.
You can definitely follow other contributors and other professionals in your niche, but have your style, have your voice, that stands out. So make sure what's the value you want to provide, right? So just spend time on this. Make points why, make points what use cases you already have. Ask people to provide them a feedback for you, right? So it's social proofs are super important. Make sure you know about the basic things. You know how to create a personal development plan for your clients. What goals would be achieved with you
Mhm.
for them, right? Make those points individual and really available. Make sure that you are also growing and you can also like contribute as more every day for your clients and for your business. Make sure that you can like autopilot things as a booking. Make sure that you have available time slots, that your time slots, and it's that you won't have the overlaps and you won't have your meeting causes their cancellation or schedules, because this is not the good thing. You probably know that. Yes, so I guess just to sum up, make sure that you know and you have your voice about the value. Make sure that what's the value you're going to provide to your clients and why it is important for them.
Mhm.
So point number two, what they will achieve with you,
Mhm.
right? Point number three is try to get as more social proofs about you as a professional and about your work as you can,
Mhm.
and place them somewhere. Point number four is to make sure you can autopilot things and that will not overlap with each other, like your schedule, your ability, your some work, and make sure that you have at least your like some basic things as your legal presence, how you will get money, how you will get paid, how to manage the payment things, how to make sure you won't face with high taxes. By the way, the thing we made with Workee, we made a partnership with one big US legal company, and right now we're helping our users to create a limited liability company LLC for only $29 as a one-time cost. So you can find other perks that we have from our partners in Workee settings in the under perks section.
Mm.
So having LLC is a great thing because you can put your expenses as expenses and pay less taxes. So
Yeah.
make sure you are with that. And yeah, that's gonna be my top 5 points to start with.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you being here and
Sure.
sharing about the product and your work and all the insights that you have about the changing online ecosystem
Yeah.
as we keep growing in that direction.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Yeah, with you on this, yeah, and you know, it's as we already figured it out, life is going right. So just do what you love, actually, and when you are having fun from that, you are able to grow, you are able to contribute and to deliver value. So it's about the development, it's about the also kind of competition in the market, so it's also powers people a lot. So hopefully it will be useful for your audience. At the same time, if they want to manage their business and manage autopilot things, it's workee.net, and it's totally free. We are going to be free as well with Workee starter plan, and just adding some more professional features with Workee Pro plan. So it's 100% free to start and run your business and upgrade anytime you want. And in case of any questions, yeah, we'll make sure we'll attach all the personal information like emails and my personal Workee website for the onboarding and other questions. So happy to help, happy to contribute more. Thanks for having me. Always pleasure
Yes.
to talk, and always pleasure to answer on smart questions. So great work.
Well,
Yeah,
thank
and
you.
yeah, here is some.
Well, thank you so much. So, if listeners, if you want to find Ihor, you can email him questions at ihor at workee, workee.net, or the website my.workee.net/Ihor. And they actually have a page that's specifically for therapists that you can look at all the features and how it can help you transition and make your online office and website and booking and availability. And that's workee.net/perfect-4 FOR/therapists.
Yeah,
So
sounds
I
good.
I know that you said you have you're a contributor at Forbes. If people
Mhm.
wanted to read your contributions there, where can they find your work?
Yeah, I guess it's the best way is just Google Ihor Bauman in the Google, and I guess the third link will be Forbes, my personal Forbes page. So yeah, I also like trying to do some personal inputs regarding our experience so far. So just reach me directly, and hopefully it will be really useful because this is the only way for us also to survive, to only do useful things.
Right. I think it's important that you're creating what you're creating and sharing the information because you're right. It is the trend of the future. And if we don't get on the train, we might get left behind, and we don't
Mhm.
want to get left behind.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I'll put all of those links in the show notes so folks can click on the link and find your information there. And I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to have this
definitely.
conversation with me.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much. When you will have it published, please share with me as well. We are also creating a separate blog post, blog article in our blog with all the information, so our users can also do it and learn about our talks more. We'll also do email marketing. So as there are like more things that we will do from our end as well. So when you think you will have it ready?
Yeah. So we'll have it ready. Let me actually, I can give you the date. Let me look at my list.
Mm-hmm.
um,
No worries. Yeah.
I I have made a list of everything that we have so far that's been published or that's like in queue to be published. And I have that in a list in my email here. Um, let's see. It's probably going to be March. I thought I had it in my email. Um, I'm sure that I do, but I'm not seeing it pop up as quickly as I would like, but
No
I
worries. No worries at all. No rush.
feel like it's going to be mid-March. Um,
Mm-hmm.
like maybe the second week of March, like the March the 8th or
Mm-hmm.
yeah, March the 8th.
Okay.
That's when like everybody I have a bunch already in queue. But what we'll do is that week, we usually air Wednesday morning at like
Mm-hmm.
6 a.m. It'll get published. We'll email you earlier in the week and it will have the link, it will have the episode graphic, it will have, directions on how to share it or, how to promote it if you want to. And of course, we'll promote it as well in all of our channels too. But yeah, it'll all come to you.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, take your time if you need um anything from me along the way. Just feel free to give me a shot. Yeah, otherwise, very nice talking to you. Thank you very much again for the questions. I really enjoyed them. Yes, so hopefully my answers will be useful for your audience. Yeah, and if you someday will think about the work, you know where to go.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking about it more specifically for my consultation business. I have a
Mm-hmm.
group practice, so I have me and then a bunch of other people that work with me in my practice. So it's like 9 therapists. So
Wow. Okay.
I have one of those more robust programs that are painful to get set up,
Mhm.
because it needs to have the calendar for everybody and we need to see which rooms are being used. So I had to go with something more complex. But for my personal like consultations that I provide to other therapists who are starting their business, I've just been using Calendly. But I feel like your product does all the integration, sets up the Zoom links. Like I could do it through there. So I'm going to set up a test uh subscription and play around with it and see if I can use it for that.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely feel free to use. Just this week, I talked maybe to a couple of people that book and boarding call, and they actually moved from Calendly. That was a surprise for me. Yeah, but yeah, happy to see that we also can deliver good value in these terms as well. So I hope, and I probably sure that you'll find it useful. So feel free to use. Feel free to give us any feedback you have. That's also very important. At the same time, we bring PayPal integration with Venmo, Pay Later, and all that stuff. Hopefully
Oh,
next week.
wow.
So
Awesome.
yeah. So it's good. It's like just more things coming.
You're
So
you're
always, yeah.
building it out still. It's still in its first
We already
iteration.
have some payments integrations, but PayPal and Venmo is like more useful right now.
Yeah.
So we also know that, and like, they have to be live next week. So
Exciting.
sign up and yeah, stay tuned for the updates. Otherwise, thank you again for your time, and let me know if you have any questions.
I
Happy Friday to
will.
you.
Happy Friday. Take good care of yourself and
Thank
thank you
you.
again.
Thank you. Bye
Bye.
bye. Bye bye.
Thanks so much for listening to this episode of the Creative Psychotherapist podcast. If you are in the process of moving from um, at paper pencil to an online platform, Workee could be a great first step for you if you don't feel confident in the digital world. They have created an intuitively designed uh, platform which allows you to have a website with a booking platform so your clients can book online, and it integrates payment and it integrates video. It would still, you would still probably need to keep your own paper pencil notes, but all the rest is there for you to have an online accessible office. Um, and so I highly recommend you check it out. Or if you're planning on, say, you already have a practice and it's up and running, but you really are thinking like, you know what, I want to add like some coaching package or some consulting package. This could be a really easy tool to use to get that set up super quick and easy. And so, yeah, check out Workee and let me know what you think. And you can find that at Workee, WORKEE.net. All right. Talk to you next week, guys.
Thanks for listening to this episode of The Creative Psychotherapist. If you like what you heard, please rate, review, and subscribe wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. For show notes, downloads, and additional resources, head over to the website at www.creativeclinicianscorner.com.